This point, this is what we have so far of this project. We have only ended up designing just the navigation bar, which is not fancy enough, but fanciful enough, but it's manageable. Remember, this is exactly what we are trying to design. This very interface that we designed from Figma. So we want to proceed with the body, this body. So you see how you can style this using CSS. So I will go straight to the project folder. I'll go straight to the project folder, which is found here. Then I will open it with VS Code. So we're in VS Code now. We're ready to work. So go back to the index. We have already designed all the detailed rundown of what the page will have, the content. Okay, we have not zoned the navigation bar just as I said earlier. Then this is it right here. So I'm going to split my screen. Even if I spin it will not look exactly how it's supposed to be. So let me leave it this way. So I'm going to preview the sample design that I want to work on, which is this. I'll copy this paragraph because we're going to copy and paste it. Welcome to Pascal Arena is the name. So here we have a white body. The background is white. The original default background is gray. We'll have another body on the side which has a white background. So we need to create such. So we'll come out from the navigation area. Now we are working on the body area. So I can indicate body area starts here. So I can also indicate that it will end somewhere here. So in between the two, I can start my code, the holder. Let me call it body container. So the first thing inside the body container is into two columns. The first column is for the image. The second column is for the text. So I will have to differentiate the two. So I'll say image code, the one that will hold the image. So let's find out if I have the image. I'm going to search my img folder. I think it's this workstation. Let's confirm. Okay, so then we need the next one, which is the text code. That's for the text column, which starts first with the header, which is heading, I'll call it heading 1, which is welcome to Pascal Arena. And after which you have the paragraph, which are the text I copied. So they are a small break. Don't worry, we can minimize that. So just the text, they are in small break because of where I copied them from. It's trying to format it exactly the way it was copied, but it's not necessary. So I will close it down. I'm using space bar to close it down. So right now we need to work on the button, which is this button, this very button, get started button. So I will go there. I can briefly call it a button, the get started. So it's just a plain button for no reason. So after that we have this what you will learn. That one is a different environment altogether. So we need to come out from this folder, this very folder that is holding you. Okay, we don't need to come out from the default body folder. We need to jump down from this folder, the text column, and then we work with call it I'll call it the what you will learn column. So what to learn, uh, I am going to make it have a full screen interface and about 4 buttons should be showing underneath. So right now I am going to add these designs, which is these designs you are seeing here. I'm going to add the three of them and look at how we go about it. So I'll call it the first one slim line. The slim line will be there. We call the round sphere, it will be there, and I will need to repeat this same slim line again. So the same name, and then after which I will jump down and then arrange these guys with a holder that will contain them. I'll call it a small box holder. The small box holder will hold them in small shapes, and the shapes they are going to be in the form of a list. So an ordered list, and it's going to be list one. The very first one will come with this icon, which is design. So I'll call icon design. So then the next, there are about 4 of them. You have program, debug, and launch. So I will say program, debug, and launch. So this is what we have, and we are good to start coding it. So how do we proceed with the coding? We would have need to have a footer, but this is just a sample design that we're working on. For the very first time, later when we work on the professional page, we will have to work with design. But for so far, we're learning how to design a mockup image and also how to program the mockup image using Figma, using a VS Code and Figma. So let's go back to the coding environment. Let's refresh our page. We need to preview it using live server. So I'll preview my web page on live server. We're good. So I will close this other sample design page. So this is what I have done so far, and it doesn't make any sense. So we're gonna make it have sense now. So we first of all need to put the white background. We'll make it to be a little bit smaller, not full screen. So we should be talking about some percentage. Full screen should be around 100 pixel. Something less than full screen will be less than 100 pixels. So let's find it and look at it here. So we copy the name, go to style, and then paste what you copied, and tell him that the width should be around 80%, and then the background color should be white, and then you have the border radius to be around 20 pixels. So we will go back to see what we designed and look at it here. It's charming all edges, which is still fine, but we need to stay margin auto center. That is to make it stay at the center of the page. Yes, it has gone there. We don't want it to touch this navigation area. So like this one is hanging on its own away from navigation area. So let's make that possible. And then we'll have to come here, say margin top. We make it about 20 pixel, and margin bottom make it also 20 pixel. Let's see what we have. It's not bad, it's exactly what we need. Then we want it, anything that is inside it that was not covered fully, that is overfloating should be hidden. So we'll say overflow hidden. So overflow hidden, yes, it has curved well, edge to edge. Nothing is overlapping, overfloating, or whatever. So right now you still see that we're getting it small, but the picture is too big, and the right up there is supposed to be by the right hand side here is jumping down to the bottom. Don't panic, don't worry, let's make that possible. So we need to work on the image first. Let it hang where it's supposed to hang at the smaller side, and give enough space by the right side here. So let's go straight to the image folder. We talk to him. I will have to copy the image from there here and paste what I copied. Then width, I would like the width to be around 50 pixels. and then the border radius so it will have smooth edges. I will make the border radius to be around 10, and then it should overflow hidden. Nothing should be shown that it has not covered. So this is good. Then I'll need to give it its own margin, but not like working on him alone. So I need to make this uniform both for him and for the text. So how do I go about that? I'll have to find out if there is a container holding him and the text. Not at all. So that's why I have to select the container holding the image and the one holding the text together, because the text will started from here and then here. So I'll select the two containers, cut it, and I'll call it a first line holder. I'll call it first line holder. Let it hold all of them together. Okay, so I'll shift this guy in and bring this guy back so that it will be clear. So this is holding the image, this is holding the text, while this is holding all of them as in the first line. So with this clarification, I can talk to the first line holder, tell him that he should give a space. So margin, I will like 15 pixel auto. So let's see what it will look like. Okay, it's not giving me what I want, so I can define the width. The width should be around 90%. So let's see. Yeah, so it's coming small, but it's not going to give us exactly what we want. So let me remove this 15 pixel auto and work with zero auto. Zero auto will make it to be at the center of the page. Yes, it's at the center. From here to somewhere here, let's give it color so that you see it clearly. Look at where it covered from here to there. So but the top should have a margin, so I'll call the margin top to be around 20%. So it is good but not so good. So let's shift it further. I will be working with 40 now times 2 of what we have, which is fine. So right now the image, we need to work on the image and look at the container holding the image. I've already talked to him before. Look at him here. So now we'll need to talk to the image itself. Let's see if this is too much or if it's still okay. So and then the image on its own, tell him that img, your width should be 100% of your container. Let's see if it will listen to it. It has listened, but I think the container itself is too big, so let's make it 40, and then let's see. Yeah, it's much better now. So it's far more better, but the curve here is more. So we need to tell his master that he should have more curves. That's the one holding. So the curve should be around like 30. And with 30, we have a very nice shape. Okay, so right now we want this text to come up and hang beside him. So this is the guy controlling the text. You copy him, come straight here, and then you tell him that if the image container is holding itself, is taking up 40% of the screen, the text should be holding the remaining 60, but we don't need to call 60 because it will clash. It will not allow it to hang. They will be having space issue. So I'll be working with 55 or 50. So and I will also tell him that okay, I can just leave it at 55 or 50, and that just it. So I will need to tell the guy controlling all of them, that first line holder that is control of them, that the display, you should squeeze all of them to be in one sphere. So it has squeezed them all to be in one square. So but we need gap in between. So you will need to talk to him as well. Tell him that the guys inside you, give them gap of 20 pixels each. So they should not touch each other. And let's see what we have here. The gap is not much, so let's just increase it a little, like 25 will be fine, and it's cool. So right now the text is spaced out line spacing, so here is jam packed. I need to work on that. So I will talk to the text code, tell him that the line height should be around like line two line spacing. Yeah, much better. So As we speak, I need to work on my button and remove this color. So let me remove the color first. I've done that. Then let's get the button. The button is owned by this container. So I'll just talk to him, which is test code. Your button should be having the weight of about 15%. Border radius should be around 100 pixels. Your background should be blue, something like darker blue, not too dark though, something like this. And your color should be white. And margin top should be around 30 pixels. So let's say look at him. We need border style to be none. And this weight is too small, so let me give it something like 35. 35 is too much, something like 30. Okay, and then we need to work on the padding. I want you to have 15 pixel padding. Yeah, and then the text inside should be very big, so let's make the text big. So I'll say font size like 18 is not bad. And I can reduce the padding right now, so padding can go back to something like 8. Yeah, 8 is very fine. Okay, so this is what we have. So if you observe, you see that the image is a little bit shorter, so that the two of them will rhyme on the same line. I will need to reduce this to make it a bit shorter. So let me work on the image controller. This is the image container. So I'm going to find where it is. Look at him. Let's work with 30% weight for the image. Yes, it's smaller now, and then the space here is less, the space there is higher. So we need to make the whole text, the gap in between them to adjust. So let's make the gap around 55 pixel gap. Mhm. Still not bad, but this is too much. So let's increase the image small. So I'm going to increase the image to 35. Let's see. 35 is too much. 33, 34. 34 is better. So I suggest we leave it at this point. Let's leave it right like this. So now we need to work on the header. What you will learn. So what you will learn is on this side of the page. I will not even indicate the heading too. So what you will learn. So I'll talk to the small guy. Before I talk to the small guy, we need some logo icons that will demarcate. Okay, this header came before everything, so I will need to bring it before these other empty divs that are going to represent icons. So I'll talk to the madam that is controlling them, tell them that the space should cover the whole page, which is this very madam controlling all of them. The space should be whole page. So that being that whole page, you also have a heading too, which should be at the same whole page, and then the text align should be at the center of the page, and that's what we're going to have here. Yes, but you need some gap in between them, so the gap should appear, and then it should be smaller. Okay, it's already smaller, so let's create a gap. So the gap for the madam, we need some gap like margin top, let's give it about 40 pixel. And watch, it's taking shape, but we need more. So let's work something like 80 pixel. You see, yeah, though 80 seems too much. So let's reduce it to something better and smaller, like 50 pixels is not bad. So